Yeah, I kind of procrastinated a lot today. Hey, what's up everybody? It's Zach, and it is Friday. Happy Friday to all of you lovely humans out there. It's the weekend. What are you gonna do for the weekend? Yeah, I have no idea either. Here in Venice, the first Friday of every month, they have this massive food truck festival, which they've named First Friday. It's cool. They have like a big lineup of like trucks and a bunch of people, and it's loud and a lot of food. So I'm really stoked. What I want to talk to you guys today about, while it's, you know, still light out, is procrastination, and more specifically, how I deal with writing on a deadline when I'm anxious all the time. And why it might not be clearly coming across to you guys as you're watching these videos every day. My default speed is going all the time. I blame my great grandma. She's straight off the boat from Naples, lived to be 104, was such a pill her entire life. But she was constantly a worrier, and I think I've inherited her worry genes, which today we now know as anxiety. And it's nice that it's something we can finally all sort of talk about and not have a negative stigma attached with. If any of you guys have seen my film, Everything's Fine, that is very much what it's all about. It's tricky to be constantly churning out creative ideas when every time you write something down, the little voice inside your head tells you, no, not that. No, don't do that. Oh shit, you have other stuff to worry about. You should be worrying about other stuff right now because you can't be writing stuff right now because you got to do this thing. You know, that's a normal conversation that I'm having with myself on most days. So right now, I'm trying to balance multiple projects, right? I'm trying to work on a series pitch document for Everything's Fine, which is sometimes called a show Bible. And I know I promise one of these videos I'll explain what the hell that process is like. But I'm working on that. I have a new script that I'm writing. I'm also trying to make this thing happen. And, you know, find a job somewhere in between there. So at any given moment, I'm thinking about, you know, 5 or 6 different things that I need to be doing, which, you know, is not fun when you're constantly judging yourself and editing your own internal monologue. Sometimes it takes me until, you know, 4 in the afternoon to actually get the ball moving, to actually get productive things to flow out of my brain and onto a piece of paper. And I know that sounds extremely hipster of me to say, but that's just kind of how it happens sometimes. What's nice is living in California. It makes going outside and walking around, like what I'm doing right now, a great way to just get out of the house and get out of the office and clear my brain and, you know, hit the reset button, if you will. So there are a couple ways I like to handle that. One, and first of all, take all of these with a grain of salt, because as they're coming out of my mouth, I personally am terrible at doing all these things. But these are things I at least attempt to do in order to help keep me focused. Number one, I like to make lists. So I am a big fan of writing everything down that I have to do that day. And even if I only get one thing done, just checking the one thing off is the best feeling on the planet. What would number 2 be? I should have made a list to figure out what I'm going to talk about in this video about making lists. Number 2, and this is still something I struggle with, I'm learning how to identify when I'm on and when I'm off. When I'm on, I know that I'm in a good mental place, I'm in a good creative place. I know that as I'm writing, stuff is coming out and it's productive. And just like for my card playing friends out there, when you're at a table and it goes cold and you kind of know you should walk away, being able to identify when it's just not working and you start hitting diminishing returns and bashing your head into the keyboard, or your wrist snaps off from carpal tunnel because you've been writing so much. Learning when to just get up and walking away from the table. That's a huge help. I can do short bursts where I'll get a little bit done and then I have to do something else and come back and get a little bit done. And sometimes there are days where I can just sit and work for hours and it's just coming out like chocolate fondue out of a chocolate fondue machine. And those are the best days. I'm a big fan of chocolate fondue. I highly recommend it for anybody out there for any reason. Give it a shot. like the best parts of college. Drunken nights in New Brunswick at the grease trucks. You can't beat that. Never had pickles and peas before. I mean, I have, like, I've just had pickles and peas separately, not like in the same place at the same time on the same, out of the same truck before. So, Astro, donuts, and fried chicken. Great combination. Oh yeah. So just so you know, there is absolutely no fucking way to be covert with any of this stuff, which I'm very slowly learning. And honestly, number 3 is just you have to set deadlines for yourself. Sometimes you just have to put it really simple. You either do this or you won't. And when you set a deadline, treat it like an actual deadline. One of my professors at Columbia during the second semester, when we had to write a full feature screenplay in 8 weeks, he put it very bluntly, you either write this or you're fucked. And I think honestly, that's a great way to look at it. I would prefer to not procrastinate as much as I do, but honestly, the threat of impending doom sometimes kinda is all it takes to get the ball rolling for me. At the end of the day, I just have to do this and have to get this stuff done. So I'm going to. It might be painful and horrible, but I'm gonna get it done. That's where I'm gonna leave you guys for today. Thank you so much for checking out this video. I'm gonna eat this chicken sandwich from Astro Donuts and Fried Chicken. I am really, really freaking stoked. Have a good weekend, everybody. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. If we can get enough subscribers here on YouTube, then YouTube in LA will help us do some really awesome stuff. So please, thank you. And again, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, friends, keep on doing it live. And I will talk to you all real soon.